So, something I've been having a lot of fun with recently is merging photography with Procreate and drawing. I just wanted to show you some of the ways that I do that and some of the things that I keep in mind as I'm doing it. Um, so, you know, Firstly, finding photos, it can be really fun to use your own photography. So, if you've gone on a vacation, if you took a picture of a really neat scene, that can be really fun to use. You don't have to worry about copyright issues, which matters if you plan on selling your work, using it in your portfolio. If you are using it for your own just personal enjoyment and practice, you don't have to worry about, copyright as much. Again, you never want to be using someone else's work without their permission. But if you look on places like Pixabay, Pexels, the Creative Commons areas of Flickr and stuff like that, you can find photos where people are letting other artists use them, without any copyright infringement. So those are good places to look. But if you use your own photography, that can be nice because then you're not worrying about that at all. I believe I found this image on Pixabay or something like that. Let's say you found an image, you want to use it. The first thing you're going to want to do is insert your image. Click on the Actions tab, click Insert a Photo, and pick your photo that you have chosen. And then you're going to want to use the Transform tool. Make sure it's on Uniform. And that way you can drag it up and down and scale it to cover your entire canvas. If you use freeform, it's going to get all warped and you don't want that. So make sure to use uniform while you're doing that. So I'm just going to undo this. Next, what you're going to do is then start having fun with it. Figure out where you want your elements to go. Usually, when I'm doing this, what I'll do is I'll turn down the opacity on the image so that I can really see what I'm doing with the drawing. So, what you do is you just click on that layer and then you have the opacity slider here. Just bring it down so you can still see the image, but you can then see also where you're going to be putting your drawing. Make sure to create a new layer after this. You do not want to draw on your image layer, partly because it's the opacity is down, so you're not going to be able to see your work very much if you start drawing on it. But also, you want to make sure that your elements are on separate layers. You're not drawing on your image. So hit that plus button to create a new layer, and that's what you're going to want to use when creating your drawing. And then just go to town. Draw, your little bit of elements, your characters, whatever you want to add. When you are done, then just bring this opacity slider back up on your image and you are finished. What I love about this merge of photography and art is that you have so much already to work with. You have a background there. You already have a kitty cat. You have the bench. It just took me, a couple minutes to draw the little dog, which was cool, that I could already have so much there. So I think especially for beginners, this can be a really neat way to create a complete piece of art without it taking a whole bunch of time and effort. And it can be really fun. Like these little oranges, you'll start looking at photos and saying, oh, what could I add to that? What is something I could put in there to just make it more than a photo, to just add some fun elements to it. And these faces are super simple. They didn't take very long, and it was just a fun way to add some dimension to this pile of oranges here. So again, if you're a beginner, if this is something you are even not a beginner, but just interested in how you can merge the worlds of photography and art, there can be some really neat effects from it. These are, again, really simple. So that's why I say, I think for beginners, this is an amazing opportunity. But man, if you do some complex work in merging these two worlds, it could be pretty spectacular. So give it a try and let me know how it goes. If you liked this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you again next time at Adventures with Art.